Hello everyone, I hope you're all doing well. In today's math lesson, we're going to be talking about systems of linear equations. Hopefully by the end of this lesson, you will be able to familiarize yourself with the three methods that help you solve systems of linear equations. So first of all, what exactly is a system of equations? A system of equations is a set of two or more equations. To solve a system of equation means to find values for variables in the equation that make all the equations true. One way to solve a system of equations is by graphing the equations on the same coordinate plane. The point of intersection of the graphs of the equations represent the solution of the system. Algebraic methods are used to find the exact solutions of systems of equations. One algebraic method is called substitution. You can also use elimination method to solve a system when one of the variables has the same coefficient in both equations. In conclusion to what we just said, there are three main ways or three main methods that can help us find the solutions for a system of equations. The first way is to solve a system of equations by graphing. The second way is to use substitution, and the last way is to use elimination. So let's just begin with our first method. The example we'll be working on today is 2y plus 3x equals to 38 and y minus 2x equals to 12. So the first method says that there will only be one solution for the system of equations, and that one solution will be the intersection of the two lines. In order to graph our equations, we must first put each equation into slope-intercept form. If you're familiar with the lines and slopes, you know that slope-intercept form looks like this. It's y equals to mx plus b, our mx being the slope and our b being the y-intercept. So let us put our two equations into slope-intercept form. Our 2y plus 3x equals to 38. We're going to move our 3x to the right, making it negative 3x plus 38, and then divide both those numbers with 2 to give us a final answer of y equals to negative 32x plus 19. We're going to do the same with the second equation, that is y minus 2x equals to 12, and we're going to put our negative 2x on the opposite direction, making it 2x positive 2x, and then it's going to give us a equation of y equals to 2x plus 12. So now let us graph each equation in order to find their point of intersection. So if you were to graph this equation, you can see that the intersection is at 2, 16. 2 being the x and y being the 16. Our points 2 and 16 are actually the answers. This gives us a final answer of x equals to 2 and y equals to 16. You may be wondering, if we were to use the other methods, would we still receive the same answer? So let us try and let us see if that statement is true or not. So now, using our second method, we're going to test if we were to use substitution, would we still receive the same answer? So in order to solve a system of equations through substitution, we must first isolate one variable in one of the equations, and then we're going to use the found variable for the second equation in order to solve for the remaining variable. So let us just start solving. We're going to use one of the equations, and then we're going to isolate one of the variables. In this case, let us just choose the second equation to isolate the y value. We're going to do y minus 2x equals to 12, and then isolate it like we did earlier in slope-intercept form, giving us y equals to 2x plus 12. Next, we must plug in the found variable into the second equation. In this case, because we use the second equation to isolate our y, we're going to need to plug in the y value into the first equation. 2y plus 3x equal to 38. We're going to add our y value that we received for that equation into our y variable, giving us 2 times 2x plus 12 plus 3x equals to 38. We're going to be multiplying, and it's going to give us an answer. 4x plus 24 plus 3x equals to 38. 24 plus 7x equals to 38. And then we're going to subtract 38 with 24, giving us 14. We're going to divide 14 with 7, giving us an x value of 2. Now finally, to find our y value, we're just going to be plugging in that number into our second variable x into that equation. So 2y plus 3x equals 38. We said that our x value is 2. So we're going to put our 2 into the x value, giving us 3y plus 3 times 2 equals to 38. 38 minus 6 gives us 32, and then 32 divided by 2 gives us 16. You can also use it in a different way, in like the second equation, you're still going to receive the same answer. So in conclusion, even when we use substitution, we're still going to get the same answer, which is x equals to 2 and y equals to 16. Now finally, let's start with our third and our last method of the day, which is elimination. As the last method for solving systems of equations, you can subtract one of the variables completely in order to find the value of the second variable. We do this by subtracting one of the entire equations from the other. Complete the equation. Do take note that you can only do this if the variables in the question, the one you wish to eliminate, are exactly the same. If they are not the same, we have to multiply the entire equation by the necessary amount in order to make them the same. So in this case, of our two equations, none of the variables are equals. As we said, we have 2y plus 3x equals to 38 and y minus 2x equals to 12. None of them are equal. In this case, we're going to have to subtract our y values and cancel them out. This means that we must first make them equal by multiplying our second equation by 2 so that the y values match. This is going to give us 2y plus 3x equals 38 and y minus 2x equals to 12. By multiplying by 2, we're going to receive an answer of 2y plus 3x equals to 38. The first equation is going to remain unchanged, but however, in our second equation, it's going to give us 2 multiplied by the entire equation, meaning we're going to multiply that by y minus 2x equals to 12, giving us an answer of 2y minus 4x equals to 24, because we multiplied the entire equation by 2. And now we can cancel out our y values by subtracting the entire second equation from the first. 2y plus 3x equals to 38, 2y minus 4x equals to 24. Here we have a common, 2y's are the same, they have the same coefficient, so we're just going to cancel them out, giving us the answer of 3x minus 4 equals to 14, because that's when we subtracted the 3x minus our minus 4x. And we also did the same with our 38 and our 24, subtracted them from each other. So the answer is going to be 7x equals to 14. We divide 14 by 7, giving us an answer of 2. So x equals to 2. Now, as we did previously, we're just going to plug in our 2 into one of the equations. Whichever you prefer is going to give you the same answer. So all we did is we went to our 2y plus 3x equals to 38, plugged in our x to 2, giving us 2y plus 6 equals to 38. 38 minus 6 gives us 32. 32 divided by 2 gives us a y value of 16. So I really hope you guys found this video helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to comment them down below, and we'll see you guys in our next math lesson.